Assalamu alaikum everyone. So we will start off with a very basic trigonometric identities and we'll slowly and gradually proceed to more difficult questions. So let's begin with the questions. Let's say 1 plus cos x upon sin x plus sin x upon 1 plus cos x is identical to 2 cosec x. The best part about identities is जब तक आप खुद नहीं सॉल्व करेंगे आप सीखेंगे नहीं. सो इन ऑर्डर टू गेट द बेस्ट पॉसिबल आउटकम यू नीड टू सॉल्व इट एंड देन डिस्कस विद मी. तो पहले शुरू में हाथ सेट करने के लिए मैं थोड़ी आइडेंटिटी सॉल्व करूंगा एंड फिर आपसे करवाता रहूंगा. पहले मैं बेसिक आइडेंटिटीज से इंट्रोड्यूस करूंगा, फिर मैं आहिस्ता आहिस्ता कंपाउंड एंगल्स पे मूव ऑन करूंगा, फिर मैं आहिस्ता आहिस्ता डबल एंगल्स पे मूव ऑन करूंगा एंड सो ऑन एंड सो फोर्थ. तो मैंने एलसीएम निकालनी है. द फर्स्ट टास्क, this will become sin x 1 plus cos x. इसको 1 plus cos x से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे, इसको sin x से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे जैसे नॉर्मली एलसीएम निकालते वक्त करते हैं. So this will become 1 plus cos x the whole thing square plus sin square x. So 1 plus 2 cos x plus cos square x plus sin square x upon sin x 1 plus cos x. Cos square x plus sin square x is 1. This 1 plus this 1 becomes 2. 2 plus 2 cos x sin x 1 plus cos x. If I take this 2 common, 1 plus cos x upon sin x 1 plus cos x. I can cancel off this 1 plus cos x and this 1 plus cos x. I would be left with 2 upon sin x, which is same as 2 cosec x. And the identity has been proved. The best part about it is whenever you solve the identity, you manage to prove it. एक अच्छी सी feeling आती है, king वाली feeling आती है. And you will feel like the king of the world. तो मैं हर बार identity prove करता हूँ. Self motivation के लिए मैं किंग तो जरूर लिखता हूं. Am I clear, everyone? Is the first identity clear to all of you? I'll give you 1 minute if you want to copy it. Next set of identities, let's say tan x upon tan square x plus 1 is identical to sin x cos x. Please observe that if I convert this tan x into sin x upon cos x, and if I convert this tan square x as sin square x upon cos square x, I will be able to resolve this identity. Sin x upon cos x upon, if I find the LCM, sin square x plus cos square x upon cos square x. Sin square x plus cos square x is, so can I safely say sin x upon cos x divided by 1 upon cos square x? Sin x upon cos x multiply by cos square x upon 1. Am I clear? Can I write it like this? So this cancels off and I'm left with sin x cos x. And yet again, the identity is proved and I feel like the king of the world. Next set of identities is cot x plus cosec x, the whole thing square, is identical to 1 plus cos x over 1 minus cos x. Please observe, can I write cot x as cos x over sin x plus cosec x as 1 over sin x, the whole thing square? Can I write it like this? Is it same as 1 plus cos x upon sin x, the whole thing square? Agreed? Is this same as 1 plus cos x, the whole thing square, sin x, the whole thing square? Can I safely say that 1 plus cos x, the whole thing square, is same as 1 plus cos x, 1 plus cos x? And sin square x is 1 minus cos square x. Agreed? 1 plus cos x, 1 plus cos x upon 1 minus cos square x is same as 1 square minus cos square x. A square minus b square, the algebraic identity, breaks itself into 1 minus cos x, 1 plus cos x. A minus b, a plus b is a square minus b square. 1 minus cos x, 1 plus cos x is 1 square minus cos square x. This and this cancels off. I am left with 1 plus cos x over 1 minus cos x. This is what I had to prove. I have proved, and I feel like the king of the world. I hope this is clear. I hope everyone is following through and everyone is realizing how I am inputting the basic identities to find out what I need to resolve. Please also remember, I would reiterate, I have done that many times earlier, that whenever you are solving trigonometric identities, you will always simplify the left hand side. You will keep simplifying the left hand side until it is equal to the right hand side. You will try not involving the right hand side at all. You will only solve the left hand side and try to make it equal to the right hand side. Next set of identities, tan square x plus cot square x plus 2 is identical to cosec square x sec square x. Tan square x plus cot square x plus 2 plus cot square is identical to cosec square x sec square x. If I try to simplify it, tan square x is sin square x upon cos square x. Cot square x is cos square x over sin square x plus 2. If I find the LCM, sin square x cos square x this will become sin power 4x plus cos power 4x plus 2 sin square x cos square x. Do you all agree? If I rearrange this, can I safely say that sin power 4x plus 2 sin square x cos square x plus cos power 4x? If I rearrange this, can I write this like this? हमें पता है a square plus 2ab plus b square is a plus b the whole thing square. अगर sin square x the whole thing square plus 2 sin square x cos square x plus cos square x the whole thing square is in existence, it is same as a square plus b square the whole thing square upon sin square x cos square x. I hope you all remember that sin square x plus cos square x is 1. 1 plus square is 1 upon sin square x cos square x. Can I safely write this as 1 upon sin square x into 1 upon cos square x, which is same as cosec square x sec square x. And once again, we have managed to prove the identity, and hence once again we will feel like the king of the world. Am I clear everyone? मैंने एलसीएम पहले tan स्क्वायर और cot स्क्वायर को sin ओवर cos cos ओवर sin में कन्वर्ट किया, एलसीएम निकाली, एलसीएम निकालने के बाद उसको ऐसे रीअरेंज किया कि मेरे पास sin पावर 4x प्लस 2 साइन स्क्वायर एक्स कॉस स्क्वायर एक्स प्लस कॉस पावर 4x आ जाए, साइन स्क्वायर एक्स प्लस 2 साइन पावर 4x प्लस 2 साइन स्क्वायर एक्स कॉस स्क्वायर एक्स प्लस कॉस पावर 4x is same as a square plus b square the whole thing square. So sin square x plus cos square x is 1, 1 का square is 1, 1 upon sin square x is cos x square x, 1 upon cos square x is sec square x. I hope this is clear to everyone. 30 seconds to copy this and I'll move on. Next, 1 over 1 minus cos x minus 1 over 1 plus cos x is identical to 2 cot x cosec x. इस बार अब मैंने थोड़ी आइडेंटिटीज करा दी, आई होप थोड़ा हाथ सेट हो गया है सबका. I will find the LCM 1 minus cos x, 1 plus cos x, 1 plus cos x, 1 plus cos x, 1 minus cos x, 1 minus cos x. So this becomes 1 plus cos x minus 1 minus cos x. So 1 plus cos x minus 1 plus cos x upon 1 minus cos x, 1 plus cos x is 1 minus cos square x. Plus 1 minus 1 cancels off. I am left with 2 cos x upon 1 minus cos square x is same as sin square x. So I can write this as 2 cos x over sin x multiplied by 1 upon sin x. Can I break the 2 cos x upon sin x into 1 upon sin x? Sin square x को ऐसे break कर सकते हैं. So this becomes 2 cot x cosec x. And once again, we have managed to prove the identity. And hence, once again, I have to feel like the king of it. As I mentioned earlier, जितने सवाल आप आइडेंटिटी के खुद से सॉल्व करेंगे, उतनी आपकी आइडेंटिटी पक्की होती चली जाएगी. इसीलिए I will try to do as less as possible and will try to make you do as many as possible. And I just do it once you are done. Very similar to this, जो अभी हमने करी उससे बहुत सिमिलर. तो अगर किसी ने ये गलत करी थी तो अब ये वाली सही करने का मौका है. I will first find the LCM 1 minus sin x, 1 plus sin x, 1 plus sin x, 1 plus sin x, 1 minus sin x. So 1 plus sin x minus 1 minus sin x. 1 plus sin x minus 1 plus sin x. 1 minus sin x, 1 plus sin x is 1 minus sin square x. Plus 1 minus 1 cancels off. 2 sin x, 1 minus sin square x. 2 sin x, 1 minus sin square x is cos square x. 2 sin x upon cos x into 1 upon cos x. Sin x upon cos x is tan x. 1 upon cos x is sec x. Once again, we have managed to prove the identity. And once again, we have to feel like the king of it. Next, cos x upon tan x 1 plus sin x is identical to cosec x. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if I break it into tan x into sin x over cos x, 1 plus sin x can I write it as cos x divided by sin x upon cos x 1 plus sin x? Can I write it as this? Cos square x sin x 1 plus sin x. Can I replace cos square x as 1 minus sine square x? Can I replace 1 minus sine square x as 1 minus sine x? 1 plus sine x? One plus sine x? I have missed out minus 1 from the identity. I'm sorry. The identity was cosec x minus 1. I missed out that. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. So I'm left with 1 minus sine x upon sine x. So the final thing will be 1 upon sine x minus sine x upon sine x. 1 minus sine x is cosec x. Sine x upon sine x is minus 1. Cosec x minus 1 was the identity that I had to prove. Next. Five plus 3 tan square x over 1 plus tan square x is identical to 3 plus 2 cos square x. So the first task would be to convert tan square x as sine square x upon cos square x, sine square x upon cos square x. Let's find the LCM. 5 cos square x plus 3 sine square x upon cos square x, cos square x plus sine square x upon cos square x. Can I cancel this? Can I convert cos square x plus sine square x to 1? I am left with 5 cos square x plus 3 sine square x. Since my identity is in the form of cos, I will replace sine square x by 1 minus cos square x. 5 cos square x plus 3 minus 3 cos square x. 5 cos square x minus 3 cos square x plus 3. That is same as 3 plus 2 cos square x. Once again, I have managed to prove the identity, and once again, I have to feel like the king of the world. Next set of identities, 1 minus 2 cos square x over sin x plus cos x is identical to sin x minus cos x. The easiest way of doing this is if I apply nuisance of 1 and replace 1 by sin square x plus cos square x. Sin x plus cos x. Sin square x, cos square x minus 2 cos square x becomes minus cos square x upon sin x plus cos x. Sin x minus cos x, sin x plus cos x over sin x plus cos x. I am left with sin x minus cos x. And once again, I have to feel like the king of the world. सही है जी, मैंने 1 का रिप्लेसमेंट sin square x plus cos square x बनाया, मैंने न्यूसेंस ऑफ 1 लगाया, cos square x minus 2 cos square x becomes minus cos square x, sin square x minus cos square x upon sin x plus cos x. Simplified and solved. Am I clear everyone? ये आखिरी बेसिक आइडेंटिटी है, इसके बाद एक लेवल अप जाऊंगा और थोड़ा सा चीजों को डिफिकल्ट करूंगा. cos square x 1 plus tan square x is identical to 1. ये बहुत जल्दी से हो सकती है अगर हम 1 plus tan square x को sec square x वाली आइडेंटिटी से रिप्लेस कर दें. 1 plus tan square x is sec square x. याद है ना, आइडेंटिटी होती है. और sec square x is 1 over cos square x. Am I clear? Am I clear? बहुत ही सीधी थी. एक और बहुत ही सीधी देख लेते हैं और फिर आगे बढ़ते हैं. चलें. 2 sin x plus cos x the whole thing square plus sin x minus 2 cos x the whole thing square is identical to 5. So this becomes a square, that is 4 sin square x plus 2ab 4 sin x cos x plus cos square x plus a square minus 2ab plus 4 cos square x. Positive 4 sin x cos x, negative 4 sin x cos x cancels off. 4 sin square x plus sin square x is 5 sin square x. Cos square x plus 4 cos square x is 5 cos square x. 5 common निकाला. Sin square x plus cos square x. Sin square x plus cos square x is 1 and hence this is 5.